Bitcoin found support once again around $40,600 for the fourth time. Now the price is trying to cross the 12 EMA on the daily, but we are not out of the wood yet. Still, Bitcoin has to break 45,200 in order to change the daily trend and confirm weekly higher lows. So with this daily equilibrium still in play, Bitcoin is shaping up for volatility at the end of this week. We also have the dollar breaking out, leaving precious metal behind, and the broader market rebounded a little bit. Welcome to Satoshi Snack. My name is Marco from Mind the Chart, and every day I host this crypto market wrap up. So be sure to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss anything. And now let's check some daily news on the market. So let's take a look at the broader market. First, the S&P and the Dow Jones both rebounded from the last decline they had. The Nasdaq fell 0.24% to its lowest price since July, and the Russell 2000 fell 0.20%. Utilities jumped the hardest, growing 0.91%, and basic necessities and health have also improved. Bitcoin regained strength. Bitcoin price remained well above the 40,750 support with a near quadruple bottom. However, it still remains with the daily equilibrium pattern to see. A new ETF launch in Canada will allow investors to gain exposure to both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Investors looking for diversification in cryptocurrency market can now purchase a cryptocurrency ETF that contains both Bitcoin and Ethereum. The ETF is listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange. The Evolve cryptocurrency ETF is a market cap weighted crypto fund that owns both Bitcoin and Ether. And the fund has currently 68% in its holdings in Bitcoins and 32% in Ethereum. The new ETF will be rebalanced monthly, does not use leverage, and will not pay distribution or dividends. It will gain exposure to Bitcoin and Ether by holding the Evolve Bitcoin ETF and the Evolve Ether. While there is no management fees, the underlying ETF held in the fund have a management fees of 0.75%. And then we have Gary Gensler thinking about support for futures-based Bitcoin ETFs. The SEC chairman, Gary Gensler, reiterated on Wednesday his support for a narrow class of exchange-traded fund, Bitcoin, that will invest in futures contracts rather than the cryptocurrency itself. Gensler has identified Bitcoin ETF, which invests in futures contract traded in the Chicago Mercantile Exchange and registered under the Investment Company Act of 1940, so-called 40 Act, provides significant protection for investors. So now the SEC is reviewing nearly 24 ETF documents for Bitcoin, Bitcoin futures, Ether, and Ether futures products. Investors have not been so eager to invest in Bitcoin futures related products so far, according to a tweet from Bloomberg analysts. A Bitcoin futures mutual fund amassed just 50 million in assets 2 months after the launch, so it's not that good investing with the futures. It's better having the underlying asset in Bitcoin. So we will see what is going to happen with this ETF drama. For sure, the ETF approval will be something bullish for Bitcoin, and if we happen to be here in October or November, this is going to be bullish for the market for sure. Then we have 4 best DeFi and NFTs project of October 2021. So Planet Sandbox. Planet Sandbox is a shooter game using a construction tool. Players can customize anything in their inventory, create and own places to fight other players in various game types with your NFTs, weapons, and accessories. Planet Sandbox gameplay is a fully immersive virtual reality games with aspects of, metaverse, pretty much. You can explore the planet, work your way through the game, and build your NFT base. You can also make money by winning battles and selling your NFTs on the market. The second one is Minterest. It's a leading system and is designed to compete with Polkadot-focused platforms such as Refinance. It guarantees the most significant long-term returns and high quality and liquidity. Mintrix claims to provide the best long-term returns in the industry. Then we have Altered State Machine, ASM. Altered State Machine is a platform for creating and trading AI agents, represented by NFTs who can learn and perform action within a metaverse. For example, with the ASM's technology, anyone can develop an AI agent to produce art and sell them to their own within a metaverse. Furthermore, you have NFTs that are fully compatible with major platforms such as OpenSea. So this is interesting. And last but not least, Criticals is a decentralized platform where anyone can create custom NFTs. It's a cross-chain platform on Ethereum, Polygon, and will be soon launched on the Binance Smart Chain. Then we have MasterCard works with Ripple partner Lulu. So Lulu Exchange Ripple partners based in the UAE is partnering with MasterCard. So this strategic agreement between MasterCard and Lulu will allow Lulu to use MasterCard payment cards at no additional costs. And the last news we have, the Tether scores major legal win in 1 trillion market manipulation case. So stablecoins issued Tether and affiliated cryptocurrency exchange Bitfinex have secured a legal win in the biggest market manipulation case that has been dragging for more than 2 years. U.S. District Judge Catherine Polk filed dismissed half of the charges brought against the defendants. So now let's jump on the Bitcoin analysis. And we are seeing here the equilibrium still intact, still in play. So if we are going to watch the weekly time frame, we see we have this, triangle here. And I think we might be following this pattern until the end of the years, as I said yesterday in my previous videos. Monthly equilibrium is the most likely scenario. Now what we're looking for is a weekly higher low compared to 29,364. So everything we find above this level, which is the previous bottom, is just a weekly higher low. So it's probable now that we are going to see more and more compression on the weekly, because now we have the lower high here, where we're going to find the higher low. We set the higher low, and then we might find a lower high compared to this one. So if we want to break 52,000, we need a lot of bullish volume here, and we don't have that so far. So that's what I'm looking for, a weekly higher low. In yesterday's video, if you watched the video, you pay attention, you saw that I said weekly higher lows. Pretty much we are scouting weekly higher lows on all sectors here, altcoins and Bitcoin. So it's so important now. And what is good in this chart so far is the price staying above the 26 EMA. So the price closing up above the 26 EMA is quite bullish now. Not that bullish, but it's cool, because if we can close this week above the 26 EMA, we might see our bottom here and go for the lower high. So that's the weekly. And the scenarios that we can find here on the weekly might be, one is the finding the bottom here and go for a lower high and then shrink a little bit more. Or maybe if we want to confirm the monthly top, we have to set the lower high and lower low and maybe go back and support on the 36,000. Or the most bullish scenario will be higher lows and lower highs, higher lows and higher highs, breaking the pattern of the weekly bullish. I don't think we will have a V-shaped recovery straight to the higher high. Is the less likely scenario. So if we're going back on the daily here, what we're seeing is the most clear pattern on the daily, because on the daily we have so much things to watch. And actually we have this kind of a channel here, or descending channel, what you want to call, falling wedge, whatever. It's just to frame what the price is doing. I'm not a big fan of trend lines. Actually, I use them just to frame the pattern and watch what the pattern is doing. And it's more something that I use optical to find myself within the chart. But by the way, here it's clear the equilibrium is compressing and we are due to volatility soon. So when the pattern is going to break, one way or another, we will see increasing volatility and also increasing volume. If we break bearish, we see increasing bear volume. If we break bullish, we're seeing increasing bull volume. So that's the pattern I'm watching. And I want to see the breaks of 45,000, actually 400, if we break bullish with volume, okay? Follow through with volume. And I want to break 45,400 because when you break an equilibrium bullish, you want to see everything close to the break, every level eliminated, obliterated, because you don't want to see a break and then no follow through. I mean, if we break actually 44,439, we're already breaking the equilibrium. But actually, I not consider this breaking the equilibrium. I just consider this breaking the last lower high. If I want to break the equilibrium, I want to see everything eliminated, because in that moment I see increasing volume and I know it's not a fake out. So it's so important that we see follow through with volume. Okay, same as if we break bearish, we want to see everything eliminated still. 39,500, we want to see this break too, and proceeding with follow through with bearish volume, right? So this is the best way to break an equilibrium. So now, as I said yesterday or 2 days ago, I said we were here and I say, okay, if you have a bullish bias, you want to buy here, put your stop loss below and go for it. Now it's the reverse. If you have a bearish bias, this is the moment you enter, because you can put your stop loss above the 44,400 or even better, above 45,500, and you have your play for the break the equilibrium one way or another. Okay, so if we break bullish, we still have the 26 EMA to break, the trend line to break, and then we have 47,000 as target. I think as the first target, 48,000. If we break bearish, we have this bottom of this channel here, is this wedge, and the daily RSI oversold. So I think 38,000 will be the target. So the first target. So we will see how this shapes, but we don't know the direction here. It's just flipping a coin, but I can tell now that bulls are defending the levels pretty good, and they recovered the 200 EMA, which is bullish to me. So if the bulls manage to keep this level up and not break it through, well, we can see maybe our bottom here and we can go for the weekly lower high next. So I don't think still that we can break an all-time high before the next year. I don't think it's possible. I'm hearing a lot of breaking 64 before January, but I don't think it's possible. To me, it's not making any sense right now. In order to do that, we will have to have a lot of bullish volume, and we don't have it now on the monthly. And also we need ETF approvals, maybe, or some balance sheet increasing with Bitcoin from, I don't know, Apple, Facebook, or whatever. So that's what I'm thinking now. And I'm thinking about this price action here. The price of Bitcoin jumped here from this support, not because something special happens, but I think it's because the ETF news on that we have, the Canada ETF, that was quite bullish for Bitcoin. And I'm seeing that because I'm seeing Bitcoin dominance increasing. So while I'm seeing Bitcoin dominance increasing and Bitcoin price increasing as well, I think, well, something is happening on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is having the spotlight. And this is the only time when you see Bitcoin dominance increasing correlated bullish with Bitcoin. Otherwise, if Bitcoin dominance is increasing and Bitcoin is not moving or is moving downward, that's not actually bullish, it's bearish for the whole sector. Because the narrative here is that we saw for the last year, every time Bitcoin dominance is going down, the market is quite bullish. If Bitcoin dominance is going up, the market is quite bearish. And also we have the dollar breaking up here and precious metal losing steam, and dollars it was in a downtrend ever since March 2020. So now it's recovering a little bit. Something is changing. So we got to keep an eye on the dollar as well, because it's a proxy for the whole market. So it's not, do not underestimate the dollar. All right. So guys, that's all for the wrap up today. If you want to follow us, follow Satoshi Snack on Twitter. We are launching an application, a social media application. You will find it when it's ready. Once it's ready, I will share the link of the Apple Store or the Google Play Store with the application. It's going to be like a social media cryptocurrency application where you can find everything you need on cryptocurrency. So Satoshi Snack is the way to go. If you want to follow us, go on Twitter, and I see you tomorrow with the next video. Bye.